with the program where we left in the last session. Okay, so hope you can see the screen now. Let me share the screen. Okay, so can you see the screen? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
this is the model what we designed in the last session. Okay, so I'm using here random forest algorithm. Okay, so as far as random forest algorithm is concerned, it try to have the trees. Okay, so it is going to design the trees. There will be root node, left node, as well as the right node. Okay, so in that so random forest is both we can use the random forest both for classification as well as for the regression system. Anyways, this the complete the algorithm is ready now. Now we have to convert this one in terms of our the model. Understood? And as far as this model is concerned, it has given let's see how much amount of accuracy it is giving. I think in the last session, okay, so straight away we designed and we got around 79%, right? R2 score. Can you see this, participants?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Last time we got around 79 the percent. Then we thought of having the hyperparameter tuning system. Okay, so we did hyperparameter tuning systems also. Let's see how much accuracy we are going to get from this. Okay, so let's start then. Okay, first let me try to check in the graph. Okay, so prediction. So 1 second. Prediction equals to rf random, rf underscore random. Okay, rf underscore random. Let's say let's try to predict. So predict x of text. Okay, so already I have the divided the complete the data set into training and the testing. Okay, so sorry, yeah, predict of test. So it got executed. And let's say, okay, let's try to see, okay, how much accuracy it is giving now. Okay, so plot, let me try to have the plot first. PLT, the figure, 1 second, figure size. Let's try to draw the plot. Okay, the first figure size equals to, let's try to have 8 by 8 figure. Okay, 8 by 8. So next I'll call the library called sklearn sns dot okay display plot, display display d, yeah, the distance plot of y of test, y of underscore test, y of underscore test. Okay, hyphen prediction. Okay, so hyphen prediction, yes, prediction. Okay, so this is the variable where we have set here. So next is plt show. Okay, plt show. Next is shift and enter it. Okay, so if you compare this graph, okay, so if you compare this, we have a look on this. So we are having around more than 0. I mean the more than 4 here. 1 second, compare this one with this. Okay, so have a look on this. The error rate is decreasing, right, participants? Hello, participants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here in this straight away, if you take this model, okay, it is giving, okay, the error rate is more than 5% here. So if you compare this one, the error rate has decreased. That means we are going to have much better accuracy compared to the last one. Last one was around 79.59. So we can have more than or greater than 79%. Okay, so let's see that one. Let's try to check that one. And before that one, I just want to discuss about the scatter plot also. Okay, scatter plot generally we use to what I can say. So in the classification purpose, whether the points or the data are correlated, okay, so are correlated or not. Okay, so let's try to design that one first. But let's see whether the data is closely correlated with each other or not. So let's say figure, okay, so figure f size, I'm going to have the same figure size 8,8, figure size equals to, let's say 8,8, 8,8. Okay, so 8,8. Next let's have scatter plot. scatter plot. Okay, scatter plot y of test, y of test, next prediction, next alpha. Okay, so alpha equals to 0.5. Okay, 0.5. Next, let's try to have the labels down. Okay, let's try to have the labels. So as far as labels are concerned, I'm going to have the labels like test data with respect to predicted data. Okay, so X, in X I'll have test data PLT plot X label. Okay, so Y of test. Okay, so I'm going to have a test data with respect to dependent variable here. Okay, so Y of test, next PLT, say Y of label. Okay, I'm going to have predicted data now. Okay, so predicted data is stored in the form of Y of predict. Okay, Y of predict. So next is, let's try to show, okay, whether, let's see whether the data is closely correlated or not. PLT show. Okay, so show next, shift and enter. Can you see this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Have a look. Okay, so that means
Yes, sir.
data no. So since data is already, we have used a clean data. There is no question about that one. And this data is highly correlated. There are few datas. Have a look on this. This data, okay, somewhere going out of the loop, I can say. But we have very strong cluster here. You know, the strong cluster of data, and we can use this data for our the prediction model. Okay, so as far as, since this project is related to the price prediction model, okay, so obviously we can use this one. I feel like this model can be used to predict the what I can say, the airfare, sorry, what is that, flight price prediction system. Okay, so let's try to convert this one for using, what is that, let's try to convert this one in terms of model now. So to convert this one in terms of model, what I will do, I'll use the library called pickle. Okay, so I'll use the concept of pickle here. Generally pickle file. So the moment when you in the pickle file, okay, in the production department, so you can modify that pickle file based upon the, what I can say, the data which is there in the model, or the data what you are going to use in the used by the clients. Hello, participants. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so pickle is pickle file. So it is possible to modify in the production department based upon the client requirements, I would say. So I'll try to convert this complete model into pickle file. Okay, so let's have file. Okay, let's have file. The variable name be file. File equals to open. Okay, open. Next is flight. Okay, so let me try to write the name of the model be flight underscore rf dot pickle. Okay, pkl, and binary, sorry, write binary file. Okay, so I'm going to have you can have two types of files here. One is read binary file, and one more is write binary file. If you are using write binary file, so I can modify that pickle file. Understood? If you are writing read binary file RB, so you cannot modify, you can just only read the okay, the contents which are the value which are available in that pickle file. Understood? Now to dump the information, so what I will do, let's try to save this one. I want to save this one in my local machine. That means nothing but the folder where my all the files related to this projects are available. Okay, so to do that, what I will do, I'll have pickle. Okay, pickle dot dump. There is an method called dump to save the file. Okay, so reg, okay, reg regression hyphen rf. Okay, so next is give file. File is nothing but this variable. Okay, where my pickle files are available. So let me run this one. Shift time, enter it. Okay, it got executed. Now next is, let's say, model Okay, so let's try to design build the model now. Okay, so model open. Okay, model open. Flight price. Say flight price. Flight underscore price. Flight price underscore RF. Let's have, yeah, RF random forest algorithm dot pkl. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, so I have given the name of the file now. Okay, so next read rb. So I'll use read binary file. Next is forest, let's say forest pickle load, pickle load. Okay, pickle load model, pickle load model. Okay, so next is, let's say how much prediction we are going to get now. Okay, so this load file is already loaded. Shift and enter it. Let me see whether I have that file or not. But before that one, there is something wrong here. What is that mistake? No such file or directory. What is that? Flight price. Error 2. Model equal to open. Participant, just see. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Model equals to open dot flight underscore price underscore rf dot flight underscore rf, flight underscore rf. This should be flight underscore pickle, no? Rf dot pickle, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have a look. Let me try to run this. Yeah. So typo mistake. Flight underscore rf dot to pickle. Let's try to predict now. Y of predict. Okay. Y of predict equals to y of predict equals to forest. Okay, so random for a forest dot predict, forest dot predict underscore. Let's say you call the test values now, test values. But before that one, I just want to check whether this model is saved or not. Just go to your file, flight prediction. So let me check here. Can you see this? Hello, participants. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Flight underscore if. That means my pickle model is ready now. Pickle, the machine learning model for prediction is ready. So now let's try to predict this one. Okay, so to predict this, so what I will do, I'll have y of prediction. Once again, y of prediction, y of prediction forest predict. Okay, x underscore test. So enter it. Now let's try to have the matrix. Okay, so matrix dot r2 score. So I'm going to have r2 score. Okay, so r2 score equals to y of test comma y underscore prediction. So you need to call both the file here. Okay, variable, sorry, prediction. Let's see how much accuracy we are going to get here. There's something wrong. Y prediction, y of prediction.
Sir, it's predict. It's pred, P-R-E-D.
PRED, no?
Yeah, P-R-E-D. It's predict. P-R-E-D.
Okay, shift and enter it. Can you see how much
Yes,
it will
sir.
be?
79.
79.52, right? Let me
Yes,
check
sir.
here. Let me check
I guess
here.
it was same.
Same, there is no difference, no? Even after
Yes, sir.
hypertuning, even after hypertuning. So there is no much difference here. So that means if 80% I can calculate approximately 80% accuracy, we can expect this one. But in the production level, you tell me whether you prefer to deploy this one in production department.
No, sir. The accuracy will decrease, I guess.
Yes, you are right. Rutuja ma'am, will you prefer this model? Hello, you are there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there.
Whether you'll prefer this model?
No, sir.
No, right? 80% accuracy is not good. Okay, and one more thing, if you have some extra different kind of data, okay, at that time there may be a chances of overfitting, or the model will go for underfitting also. There may be a chances, but anyways, this is how we are creating.
So, leaving overfitting and underfitting, we don't have any other method.
there is one more called this one. There is one more method here. Underfitting and overfitting. There is one more. I'll tell you. Okay, it is in my mind. I'll
Okay,
tell you
sir.
that one.
Okay,
There is
sir. Okay, sir.
some fancy word is there. Fancy word is there. Okay. I'll tell you that one while explaining.
Sir, in underfitting and overfitting, actually what happens? Actually, what changes do we
Actually,
do?
what is happening, in overfitting, okay, your test data is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, training data.
Yeah.
So first, usually what we do, okay, while building the model, okay, so we use training data, right?
Yes, sir.
So training data, when you are predicting the moment after training everything, after cleaning you use the algorithms. Okay, so after using algorithm, you try to take the testing data, right?
Yes, sir.
All for the prediction purpose. Now what happens? Okay, so your training data and testing data will not match properly.
Yes, sir.
There may be a variations between your training data as well as the testing data. Maybe that depends. Maybe if you have used the same file, common file, and while after dividing, okay, if you are taking some different method while training the data set, and you are taking some different method while testing the data set, so there may be a chances of overfitting and underfitting problems. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, next to what happens, let's say, imagine you are using 5 features. Imagine while designing the model, you are using 5 features. Okay, and the moment when you are deploying that one in the production department, okay, maybe the customer will come up with some extra features. It will be requesting, or it try to train your, or try to use your model using some other extra features. Hope you are clear.
Yes, sir.
Let's say A, B, C, D. So you have used A, B, C, D, 5 features. Client is coming up with F feature. That means your model is not, you have not trained your model for that feature.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so in that case, what happens? There may be chances of the model will go for underfitting or the overfitting. Understood? Fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any
Yes.
other, Rutuja ma'am? Any other questions?
No, sir, not yet.
Not yet. So you have to practice, keep on practicing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next is, so somehow my model is ready now. Let's try to deploy this. So deployment file already I have designed. So I don't want to spend much more time on that one. I'll just explain that. Okay, and we'll try to deploy that one in the AWS platform. But don't worry, I'll share that APK, the .ap file, .py file. Sorry. Okay, py file. So so right now I have these many things, right? So if you check my folder, I have my Python file, I have my training data. Now I have my what is that? Pickle
Pickle.
file. Okay, so model file. Even I have testing data also. So I'm using two separate file. Okay, for training and testing data also. Okay. So next is I need one more .py file, app.py file. Okay. Let's try to design one so that I can deploy this whatever the model I have designed in the server. Okay. So obviously we need a .py file. Okay, so through py file, what I will do, I'll try to design my one simple HTML file. Okay, so HTML will be in the front end, and whatever the request coming from the client, it will be through the HTML file. It goes to py file. Next, it will predict using the model. Okay, so you can predict here. So let me load that one first. To load that one, what I will do, just hit on load, upload. Hit on upload. 1 second, participants. Hit on upload. So next is AWS. Next is training file. Right, fair price detection. New folder. Okay, price flight app.py file. Fine. App.py file. Can you see this? Hello, participants.
Yes, sir.
Hello. So I have
Yes,
just
sir. Yes, sir.
uploaded this one. So this is a bit lengthy, because I want to finish this one in today's session itself. Okay, so I'll share this one. Don't worry, this file will share. So I'll open this file now. Okay, so to open this, just hit on app.py file. App.py file. Okay, app.py file. See here, can this one you can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, have a look on this. So these are the libraries. Okay, so I'm going to use these are the libraries. Okay, to run my model. Flask we required. Flask you need to install. Remember, you have this one in a server. Flask. I'm requesting request file for get and post method. Now next is render template. Render template generally we use to fetch the data from HTML. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this one. So next we have Flask course. Okay, cross original sklearn. I have pickle. I'm using pickle as well as the pandas. So these are the library what I have used in my this one while designing the model. Okay, so next is this is the main general syntax first line of the Flask. Okay, so main line I would say. Okay, app equal to Flask __ name. So this is the standard general syntax generally we use. Okay, while before writing any program in the Flask. Okay, so next is what I'm doing. I'm just loading my model. Can you see this one? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Have a look. Okay, I'm just loading my model using pickle.load. Understood? And it is stored where in the model now. Now next is this is for .index.html. Clear? Hello. So this is my
Yes.
main root. Okay, index.html. Suppose let us imagine that you have IP address. So and so IP address. Okay, so what I will do first page. I want the first page. So my first page is what here. Can you see this one? Can someone tell me which is my first page?
Home.html.
Home.html. So through home.html, I will allow the user to so enter the as per the request. Now next is prediction. Okay, so the predict I'm going to create
So
one
what
more
is
model here.
cross origin? Cross origin.
Okay, so cross origin. This is one more the library. Okay, cross origin. One second. Cross origin. Hold on. Let me check that one. Cross origin. Cross origin. Cross origin. Cross origin in Flask. Hold on, participants. Cross origin status latest version support Python version. One second. Cross origin. Course. One second. It is uploading. This is I think for resource sharing. Can you see this? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is resource sharing. Okay, cross origin, cross origin resource sharing system. Okay, so next is shall I? Yeah, next is okay. So this is for the HTML. Next we have predict in predict. I'm going to have get and post. Okay, so this is very important here. So after get and post, okay, so under predict post method. Okay, date departure. Can you? What is this date departure?
The departure date of the flight.
Where it was? Where you have seen this one?
Sir, in the XML file or
No.
the Excel file, right? In the
Yeah, this is one feature. No. Remembered?
yeah.
In my have
Yes,
a
sir.
look on
Yes, sir.
this.
Yes, sir.
This is one feature. Have a look on this. Right? Date departure. You can see here somewhere. Departure. Here, somewhere here you can see source Chennai. Not this one. Not this one. This is the one had date departure. Date departure. Somewhere you can see here. So I'm taking one by one features now. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
Yes,
this
sir.
I'm allowing the user now. Journey date. Okay, so I'm taking the data from the user now using this method. Okay, date departure format. This should be the format here. You'll understand this. Okay, when I run this in HTML Flask system. So next is we have this is for date of journey in the same way departure. Okay, so departure hour and departure minute. Okay, so don't maybe the code will look like a lengthy, but so I'm just copying and pasting and changing or modifying with the future values here. Date of journey over, departure over, arrival over. Fine. arrival time. Okay, so this is one feature. So same thing I'm copying here. I'm asking I'm requesting from the what the clients, understood, to put their respective date. Okay, so arrival hours and arrival minute, duration. Okay, so duration, arrival hour minus departure hour. So I'm using the absolute value here, duration hour and duration minutes. Okay, so this is the exist, right? Yes or no, participants? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This exists. We have this feature. So I'm using all the features here. Around 28 to 30 features are there. So I'm going to have all the 28 to 30 features. Total stops. Okay. So I'm asking, okay, total stops. How many stops? Maximum we have 4 stops here. Understood? So by default, okay, there will be non-stop. Okay. So next is airlines. Airlines. How many airlines we have? Hello. Let's have
Sir, we
airlines now.
have five to no, we
Yeah,
have many more airlines, I guess.
These are airlines, no?
Yes, 10 airlines we
Okay,
have.
yeah, Jet Airways, yeah, Indigo, Air India. So these are the airlines. So first, let's start with the Jet Airways. If condition, I'm going to have airlines requesting, okay, which airline the customer prefer to travel. Okay, so first let's have Jet Airways. If it is Jet Airways, okay, one, rest of the airlines will be what? 0.
0.
Understood? Else if I'm using else if it is Indigo will be 1, rest of the airlines will be
0.
clear.
0.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, same thing for Air India will be 1. Okay, so rest of the airlines will be 0. Similarly for multiple carriers, next SpiceJet, in the same way Vistara, next we have Go Air, next we have multiple carriers premium economy. Okay, so it is 1, rest of the airlines will be 0 here. Okay, Jet Airways business 1, next Vistara premium economy 1, next airlines, okay, 2 Jet 1, rest of things will be a 0. Else, okay, so else rest, if it is not, if the user is not interested, also everything will be 0 here. Clear? Hello,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
pretty straightforward. Okay, I'm just copying and changing with the playing with the values here, zeros and ones. Okay, so next is we have source. That was for destination. Okay, that was for destination. Have a look on this. This for destination. Similarly, I want for source also. Okay, as far as source is concerned, have a look. Okay, same thing. Okay, source, these are the locations now. From Delhi, if it is Delhi to, let's say, Bangalore. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Delhi to Bangalore. If it is from Delhi source, 1, rest of things will be 0. But here, have a look on this. I'm choosing only 4 cities. That means I'm designing the model only for the 4 cities here. So in source, you can choose only, you can add more. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you can
sir.
add more here.
Yes,
So
sir.
four cities I have taken here. In the same way, okay, so if you take Kolkata 1, rest of the things are 0. Mumbai 1, Chennai 1, rest of the all the other cities are else 0, 0, 0. Similarly, let's have the destination. Okay, so as far as destination is concerned, have a look. In destination, what I have done, Cochin, Delhi, New Delhi, Hyderabad, and Kolkata I have taken. So you can add more here. Understood? You can add more cities here. But I think I have committed some mistake here. Have a look. Source is Delhi. Again, it is going to overlap, I guess. I think I have taken Delhi also here. Can you see this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
How it can be source and destination? It cannot be same Delhi. Understood? So
Yes, sir.
some corrections are required here. Okay, so as far as this the app.file is concerned, okay, the same way, same thing, same I'm going to proceed here. Prediction model. So as far as prediction models are concerned, these are all my features I have used here. Okay, can you see this? All this 30 features I'm using here. Okay, output should be in the this one, predicted 0. Understood? And I'm going to have whatever the predicted price are there. So whatever the predicted price, it will be stored here. Understood? And I'm going to display this one using which one? Home.html file. Okay, predicted text. Your flight price is so and so output. Okay, whatever the output I'm getting, so that output should be I should be able to display. Understood? So render. Okay, so I'm just rendering. I'm just returning this one to the render template. Okay, so render template is a subclass here. Render template. Okay, so next is similarly next. That's it. This is the main where we are going to run the Flask machine. Understood? Or the Flask server. Hope you are clear, participants. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so I'll share this one. You can run directly in your AWS machine. Understood? So let me save this one. So I don't want to save because already there is no error in this. Okay, we can run this. Fine. So next is let's go to our AWS machine. Okay, so let's go to AWS machine now. Already I'm in AWS machine. Uh, let's have a new. Can you 1 second? Let me have one simple server. This will take time. You know that one. Sorry, I forgot. Okay, to activate the machine. 1 second. Okay, activate the machine. Let me activate the machine first. EC2. One second, participants. One second. There are no. I'm extremely sorry. You have to bear. You have to give some time. Maybe
No,
1 or
sir,
2
no
minutes.
problem.
No problem. No. So let me run one machine first. So our next project will be this one, sentiment analysis using BERT algorithm. Okay, participants.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so what I will do, I'll take some Twitter data, Twitter or say Facebook data, any data. No, I'll take Twitter disaster data. Okay, and we need to predict using BERT algorithm. Okay, so you can plan your final year project in BERT algorithm also. BERT, LSTM, etc. Fine. Let me launch one. And it is going to be lengthy project. Maybe it's not possible to complete in 5 sessions. Okay, maybe I'll take some more extra sessions to complete that project. But I'll try my level best to complete within 5 session. If you are comfortable, I'll try to complete with 5
Yes,
within
sir.
5,
Yes, sir. No
or
problem. No
else
problem.
I'll extend the sessions. One second. Yeah, 18. Configure instance. Here, one thing, what while deploying the Flask machine, no, you have to here. You need to give the access for HTTP. Fine. Name. Let me give the name be as Flask deployment or airfare. Air flight price. Flight price. I'll have flight price. Okay. Flight price 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, while deciding this one, while selecting this security group, no. So already SSH is there. So here you need to add this one HTTP. Okay, so because I'm going to have HTTP server. Okay, so HTTP, where is HTTP? Yeah, HTTP. Fine. 80 it is showing. Let's have anywhere. Next, I'll have all traffic here. Okay, all traffic. 1 second, participants. All traffic I'll have. One second. All traffic I have here, traffic custom, just for my yeah, all traffic I have given. HTTP, do we require HTTP? Yes, let it be. Let me have one more custom here because I need one port 8080 to access this Flask server. Custom, let us have custom. Where is custom TCP? Where is, can you participants? Where is custom TCP? All TCP custom protocol. Okay, so I'll have custom protocol here. As far as custom protocol is concerned, no, let it be. So this is enough, I guess. Let's see if it is not working. Means we'll try to add that security group. Okay, so
So there
this
is custom TCP.
custom TCP. See, if the port, let's say Flask, you can run Flask in 8080 port. Understood? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Custom Flask you can run in 8080 port if it is in the cloud. If it is in the local machine, you can run in 5000. Understood? So in
Yes,
custom,
sir.
what happen? You can specifically you can give the port number. Suppose let us say 8080. So in custom you can have 8080 here. If somehow I have HTTP, let's try with the HTTP 80 is there. Okay, and if it is not working, means we try to customize the port here. This is the only thing you have to remember. Okay, so while launching the server for machine learning algorithms, already I have batch 2, so I'll use the same key pair. I think, yeah. So view instance, view instance, view instance. Can you see this? Yeah, it's this will take time. Hold on. Hold on, participants. Hold on, it's running now. Let me refresh this. It's taking a lot of time. One second, participants. It's taking long. This will take time. Okay. Still it is running. Oh my God. Yes, can you see this? It's working now. Let me, hello participants.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't worry, quickly I'll try to deploy this.
Sir,
Yeah,
so if we are doing this in the local machine, then what's the process to run
same,
that?
same process, but you need Anaconda Navigator.
Yeah, like if we are doing in Anaconda Navigator, then how
Yeah.
do we run?
Same, you like how I have created file, no? Here. Can you see this?
Okay, so
This
directly
is the
we have to
folder.
run that
Yes,
app.py file.
Exactly. But
Okay.
remember one more thing. If you are running in Anaconda Navigator local machine, okay, so there you have to create a separate environment. Understood? If
Okay.
this project means first you create the separate environment. Okay, and that environment only for this project. Okay, so next what happens after creating the environment, okay, you have to create a requirement.txt file. Fine. Hello.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, so I'll demo. Okay, since my machine is I think 2 GB, that's the reason I'm not using Anaconda Navigator. Okay, if you have 4 GB machine, 8 GB machine, okay, so you can try Anaconda Navigator. In environment, next what you have to do is, okay, so I'll show you here itself. Hope you can see my screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
what you have to do is after creating in Anaconda Navigator, okay, so here you have to go to this console prompt, Anaconda prompt. Yeah, here, Anaconda prompt. Go to this prompt
So we can't
after
see the
creating the
screen.
environment. You can't see the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Now, now can you see this screen? Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yes, sir.
This is my Anaconda prompt. Okay. So here you have to go. Here you have to go to that the exact environment where you have created. So to go to that exact environment, just not able to type here. This is the reason I'm not using, because my system is bit like only 2 GB I'm using. That's the reason. Activate. So you have to run activate. Next, what is that root? I guess my environment. So let me check here. No, this is not in Anaconda Navigator. 1 second. 1 second. Anaconda prompt. Yes, this one. Once again. Okay. Rutuja ma'am, I'll show you that one in next session. Is it okay?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay. So Anaconda Navigator, there you have to go. After going that, okay. So select your environment. After selecting the environment, there is an option called freeze. Okay. So type freeze and give requirement.txt. Okay. So the moment when you run that command, so you'll get all the packages which is installed in that environment, okay, as well as the packages what you have used in your programs, and same you have to run in your what I can say, the server. Okay, so after a successful installation of those the packages, you can run your Flask machine. I'll demonstrate that one. Okay, if I get a time, not time, I'll demonstrate that one in local machine. Okay, next, let me finish this first. Shall we continue? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where I was, I think I was in EC2. Okay, so copy this. Okay, copy this one. Copy this. Next is putty. Go to putty. SSH auth browser. 1 second. Okay, so select the PIM file. Next, open it. Open. Okay, yes. Can you see the login window?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
1 second. So this is right now I'm in login window now. Okay, so this configuration is as it is, same. There is no difference here. Ubuntu. Okay, fine. So let me till then let me update this app get update. Let this get update first. One second. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, it got updated. Now I have to dump, and that means I have to upload my all the project file to in this server. Okay, so already I've downloaded. 1 second, I'll show you that. 1 second, participants. Second. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 second.
So not the AWS. Yeah, yeah. Now it.
Yeah. This one, no folders you can see, no. So the complete file is here. Once again, I'll share this file in group. Flight fair production. Okay, the production. So this is the file. Okay, so here have a look. So after deploying after creating the model, what you have to do is, so you have to upload all this file app.py flight underscore price, which is that file, the file what I have used to design the model. Clear, participants? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so next we need pickle file. Okay, so this is the model actually. Okay, profile, this is not required. So next, the most important requirements, as I told you. Okay, so this requirement, if I click on this requirement, so these are the packages what I have used to design my model. Understood? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this is, remember, to get this, okay, generally what I have to do, so you can use Anaconda Navigator. So I'll demonstrate that one, how to get this file. This is very important. Okay, so all the libraries what we have used along with the version names. Okay, so these are the respective versions of the files or the packages what I have used here. Understood? So same thing we have to same packages even we have to install in our the Flask machine. Then only it is possible to deploy. Otherwise, it is not possible to deploy here. Understood? So this is very important. Okay. So next is this requirement file is over. Next, along with this one, what I have done. So I have created two more the folders here. One is called template. So under template, I have home. What is this? Home is my
Homepage.
home page.
HTML
Understood?
page.
HTML page. Okay, so HTML page I have. Let me show you. Let me show that HTML page also. Hope you can see, the HTML page. It's pretty straightforward. Can you see this page, please?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it is pretty straightforward. Header. So these are some of the CSS things. Okay, so I added here. Okay, so next is under body section. Okay, so this is flight price. Okay, have a look on this. These are the classes, and departure date. Okay, so that means departure date, arrival date. Okay, so next, that is one module. That is one division. Next we have source. These are the source. Next, destination I have. Okay, so next we have stop page. How many number of stops? Okay, so next is which airline you want to travel. Okay, so number of top which I'm giving. You will understand that one the moment when I run that one. Now next is prediction. Whatever the output I'm getting, see, have a look. Input type submit. Okay, so button I'm giving here. So prediction. Okay, so the prediction, the actual output I'm going to get from here, and this prediction underscore text I'm going to get from the model here. Okay, so this is one file, simple file I have created. Okay, so next is as far as there is one more folder, static. Okay, so static, under static I have CSS files. Okay, CSS style sheets I have. Okay, so I think in this CSS, okay, one second, CSS, just okay, so three classes are there. Participants, three classes are there. Okay, nav var, background for the background color, next a for the text colors. Okay, so these are the for the other this one for the blue color, understood, blue color for the to insert the date, the buttons over there, understood. So the three text colors I have used here, sorry, three classes I have used in the CSS. Okay, so let me let me try to upload this all these files where on my AWS machine. Okay, to upload this one on my AWS machine, what I will do, I'll try to use WinSAP. Okay, so WinSAP system. Can you see the screen? Can you see the desktop now, participants?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is another software called WinSAP. So this, using this, what I will do, I'll try to upload this entire file on my EC2 machine. Hold on. Hold on. No, I don't want. Oh my God. Again, it is asking me to upgrade. Oh my God. One second. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. One second. It's already there. My work is. Yes. So next is, I hope you can see the screen. Yeah. Okay. So what I will do here, I have to give the host name as well as my username. Okay, so to give the host name, again I'll go to my machine. Okay, copy this one, copy this DNS name. Okay, copy this one. Okay, after copying that, go to, okay, one second participants. Go to, yeah, WinSCP. Go to WinSCP. Can you see which screen you can see, participants, now? Hello.
So the WinSCP.
Yeah, WinSCP. Just paste it over here, host name, and your username is Ubuntu, since I'm using Ubuntu here. So Ubuntu advanced launch. Just share your PPK file. Okay, hit on advanced launch. So here under authentication, okay, private key file. Hit on private key file. Next is this batch 213, which is my PPK file. Yeah, next, okay. Next, don't forget to save this first better you save this one. Okay, so next you can, after saving, you can log in. Can you see this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a look. Okay, so right now, I mean, this is my Ubuntu machine, AWS machine, and this is my local machine, remember. So these are the files. Okay, so already I was trying this one. Okay, flight price prediction master. So select all this file. Okay, select all the file, just drag and drop here. Drag and drop. But remember, while deploying in the Flask machine using the cloud, or if you take a WGSI server, okay, for is generally used for production department, I recommend you to test that one. Test all the files. If any errors, okay, just try to rectify using Anaconda Navigator. Then you can, okay, deploy in your real-time machine. So now the complete, all the files are transferred. I have transferred the complete file to my AWS machine now. Okay, now let's go to the AWS machine. Okay, hope you can see the console now. Hello. Can you see the console?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
now let me check whether all the files are available. Can you see all the files are available now?
Yes.
Yes, all the files I have transferred to this one. Now next is most important to install all the packages, which is where under requirements.txt. Understood? Okay, so just listen carefully. But before that one, to install this, I need a pip. Okay, so I have to install pip command, pip. So to install pip, what I will do, I'll use sudo apt get install python 3-pip. Okay, run it. Yes, this will take time. Hold on. Install pip. This takes time because a lot of packages are there. After installing pip, I have to install all those other packages. Oh my God. One second. 2.8.3. Once again, participants, it's taking time. Okay, can you see this? Okay, so pip is installed now. So next is participants. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Okay, now, okay, I have to install that requirement, whatever the packages are there in requirement. To install the all those packages which is in the requirements.txt, run pip3 install, okay, -r call requirements. Okay, -r call requirements, run it. Okay, now it will start executing. Now I'm installing all the packages which are required to run my the machine learning model in Flask. This will take little time. Hold on. So that means all the packages with irrespective of your the versions. Okay, it's now installing. Okay, now fine. So it got installed. Now next is directly straight away. Okay, so my main file in this one is app.py. Okay, so I have to run this. But to run before, let me check, okay, whether this will run or not. Just to run this one, hit Python 3 app.py. Python 3 app.py. Yes, yes, it's, can you see this one? Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Have a look. So that means it is working. But now my server is up and running. Let me see, okay, whether I'm able to access this the model or not. Okay, the machine learning model. So what I will do, I'll go to main machine. Okay, which screen you can see now, participants? Hello, hello.
Sir, the flight, yeah, AWS.
AWS. No, so just copy this one. Copy this this DNS. Okay, so IP address you copy. Go to URL. Okay, so next run this. Okay, now next semicolon. What is that colon? No, hello.
8080.
Yeah,
Yes,
80
sir.
80. Hit 80 80. Let's see whether it is working or not. Connecting. No, it's not working. Fine. What is the reason? Can someone tell me, please? Hello.
Hmm.
Okay. One second. One second.
No,
Can you
sir.
see? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, one second. Let me change the screen. So here what I have to do is, it is, let's go to app file, Control C. Okay, so if you want to come out from that one, you hit Control C. Okay, from that server. Next is clear ls. Okay, so let me open that app.py file. Let's see what is the problem here. Okay, so to open this one, sudo vi app.py. Okay, so app.py. So this is my main file here. Let me check now. So far here, I think in the server, have a look on this. Where is the server, man? 1 second, participants. Okay, yeah, insert mode. Let me come last year. Same, there is no much difference here. One second, participants. Hope you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Have a look on this. This code is there, no, app.run debug. This you can use in local machine. Suppose if you are running in local machine, you can use debug.true. Okay. Suppose if you want to run in AWS, okay, you have to give the host name as well as the port name. Okay, so here I'll use host equals to what is that, 0? Oh, sorry. Okay, host is 0 dot 0. Okay. Next, what is that? Port, no? Port equals to, what is the port number?
8080.
8080, no? Okay, so 8080. Let me run this again. Okay, escape, comma, WQ. Next is run this one. Let's try to run this. No, it's not working. Port 8080, there is something wrong here. Okay, so here, I think they should be in quotes. Debug quotes. Okay, next again, I'll try to hit this one. Okay, save this one, run this. There's something wrong here. Port or post. Debug true. Port or post. When 1 second, participants. There is something wrong here. Post or port. Post or port. Port, no. Port or post. Post. Let me check again. Post 80. There is something wrong here. There is something wrong. What is that? What is that? You have a look on this, participants. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just go to that one. Have a look. Port or post. Port or post. Port or post. 1 second. Let me try with 1 second, participants. Just have a look on this, please. This one. 1 second. Mark. One second, participants.
So there should be comma
Where?
after host, after post. Sorry, port. Host 0000, comma post 8080, comma debug.
Okay. Here comma, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Comma. Here also comma.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me try to run this one. Okay.
So the inverted comma should not be there.
Wait,
And port. It should be port and inverted comma should not be there.
wait 1 second. We're here.
Yeah. It should be port. P-O-R-T.
Okay.
You have written post over there.
Okay. Correct port, no?
Yeah. And remove the inverted commas for 8080.
No, this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try again. Yes, it's working. Hello, Rutuja ma'am. Hello. Thank you so
Yes,
much,
sir.
Srinivas sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Working. My flask is working now. Okay. So, can you see the screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to copy this one. Copy the IP address. Paste it over here. 8080. Okay, 8080. Come on. So it's not working. Yeah. Flight price prediction. Can you see this? Hello.
No, sir. Not yet. Yeah, sir. We can see. Yeah.
You
Yes,
can see,
sir.
no? Have a
Yes, sir.
look.
Yes, sir.
Click on this. So this is a simple model I have given, but remember, this is web developer responsibility. Fine. So your job is to create the model. It should be best model. Okay, and give this model to web developer. He will take care of all those things. Okay. So now next, first departure date. Let's have departure date. Departure date. Let's say, let's have departure date be, let's say 13, not 13, 21. This is for our date and time, hour and minute. Let's say 2010. Okay. So next, in the same way, arrival date given, 1 second. It's taking time. Day, month, arrival time. When I had given 21, no, let's say 22. Say 20, 30. I think arrival time, arrival date is required, participants.
Yes, sir.
Arrival date required. Have you
Arrival date. I don't think so. It should be required.
required? It's, I think it's extra thing. Fine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, Srinivas sir.
Yeah, actually, also, I don't think so. The departure date is required. I don't think that for the departure date, I don't think it's required.
Required, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We can modify this again. Source, Delhi. Source, I think we have given only 4 cities here: Kolkata, Mumbai, and Chennai. You can give more cities. Let's say destination. As far as destination is concerned, see, Delhi is there. This is one more. Again, we need to modify. Delhi is there. Here, source, in source also Delhi is there. Here also, Delhi, New Delhi is there. Hyderabad. Let's say Cochin, Mumbai to, let's say Kolkata. Fine. So next is non-stop. I want non-stop flight. So you can have 4. Okay. So let's have non-stop. Jet Airways. Jet Airways no more. Let me take.
So Jetter is coming back, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. It's very, they offer very good services. No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I know.
Let's have Indigo. Submit. Okay. Okay. Can you see this? Your flight price is 4,525.3. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes,
see
sir.
this? Yeah, for 4,525.3. What I will do, let us try to have 2 stops. Submit. Okay, again I need to, okay, these things are also required. Let's have departure date 20. Okay, 14. Same way here also. 21, 2015. Next is Delhi. I don't want Delhi. Let's have Mumbai, Kolkata. Okay, let's have Hyderabad this time. Mumbai to Hyderabad. No, let's have Mumbai to Delhi. 2 stages. Let's have Jet Airways. Now let's say, okay, so Air India. Let's have Air India. Submit. We check. 10,675. Can you see this? When the number of stops are increasing,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. So
prices
number of
are
stop
increasing.
is non-stop, sir.
No, this already after submitting.
Okay,
After
okay, okay.
submitting, I
After
check.
submitting, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So number of when the number of stops are increasing, so obviously the prices are also increasing here. Hope you are cleared. I'll upload this one in
Yes, sir.
WhatsApp group. You can practice this. Shall we wind up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm signing off now. Thank you.
Yes, sir.